You know, when it comes to discussing about Naughty Dog, Crash Bandicoot is not the only thing mentioned. At the time of 2000, it was time for Naughty Dog to jump from the PlayStation 1 to the PlayStation 2, and leave off from the Crash Bandicoot series to start a brand new series, Jak and Daxter. Same way how Insomniac Games did when they left off from Spyro the Dragon to start Ratchet and Clank. And in 2001, Naughty Dog gave us their first installment of the series, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. So how does this game compare to Crash Bandicoot? Let's find out as we review the first Jak and Daxter game. The story begins with two boys, Jak and Daxter, who are making their way to Misty Island against the orders of Samus the Sage. While they were there, they eavesdrop on two people addressing an army of lurkers, and after encountering one of the lurkers, Daxter accidentally falls into a pool of dark eco, where he is transformed into an Otzo, which is a creature part otter, part weasel. Returning back to their village, they seek help from Samus, who states that only the master of dark eco, Gol Acheron, is the only one who can change Daxter back to his previous form. With the help of Samus's daughter, Kira, Jak and Daxter go on a long journey to search for Gol. Now remember in Crash Bandicoot where the gameplay was linear and the objective was to get from point A to point B? Well, here in Jak and Daxter, the gameplay is the polar opposite. You now travel through open world non-linear levels. However, unlike other non-linear platformers, Jak and Daxter has no portals or level selects at all. To get to a level, you either have to walk on foot or use transportation. This means that this PlayStation 2 game right here is 100% load time free. Now that's awesome! You play as Jak with Daxter on his shoulder. You have the basic platformer moves like punch, spin, double jump, long jump, head bash, and now swim in water. Also, unlike Crash Bandicoot where you have lives and if you lose them all you will face the penalty, here in Jak and Daxter you have no lives whatsoever, which means no matter how many times you die, you will not have to worry about the penalty of dying so many times. You can also use a certain amount of transportations like the Zoomer, hovercraft, and a giant bird lizard creature. The game also has 4 types of power-ups you can use. There's the blue eco, where you can run at the speed of sound, activate doors and platforms, and draw any nearby collectibles close to you. Yellow eco, where you can shoot eco out of your wrist and bust open metal crates. Green eco, where you can replenish your health if you're low on health. And red eco, which will make your attacks more powerful. You can obtain these power-ups by finding small ones that will give you half of the eco's power, and a big container which will give you a full range of eco power. Now, like other non-linear platformers like Banjo-Kazooie, Jak and Daxter has collectibles for each level in the game. The main objective of the game is to collect power cells that will help you continue the game, and obtaining a power cell will give you Jak and Daxter doing their infamous dramatic dance. Many of them are just lying around in a hidden spot, but others are required to complete a challenge or defeat a boss. You also have to collect small egg-shaped things called Precursor orbs that you can use to buy power cells from the residents. You also have to collect Kira's small scout flies, which are contained in metal boxes which can only be destroyed by head bashing them, and collecting all 7 of them will give you a power cell. Once you have a correct amount of power cells, you can access the Zoomer to get to the next hub area. Now for the boss fights. Well, to be honest, this is not my favourite part of the game. The bosses in Jak and Daxter feel a little disappointing as they feel like rehashes of Crash Bandicoot bosses, and spoiler alert! But the final boss was not that special for me. Sure, it did feel epic, but when it came to fighting the boss itself, not so much. Especially at the end of the fight when all you had to do was just rush to the light eco and see a cutscene of Jak taking down the robot, which made me go, that was it? But anyway, overall the gameplay for Jak and Daxter is actually well made, making it a simple 3D platformer to pick up and play. Okay, let me just say this, the designs of Jak and Daxter kick ass! Everything in the game is beautifully detailed and eye-popping to look at. I mean, we have other PS2 games like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which has been considered the best PS2 game out there, that had really bland textures even for its time, but not in Jak and Daxter, and this game was released in 2001 for crying out loud. Sure, the first few levels are jungle themed just like Crash Bandicoot, but as you progress, the levels feel more different than before, and if that's not enough for you, the time of the game will change from day to night, just like a GTA game. Now how impressive is that? Overall, this game has truly one of the best designs of the PlayStation 2. As for the music, well, it's decent enough. Now there are only two things I found annoying in the game. For one, I really despise doing that fishing challenge in the jungle level. The fishes move way too fast, you have a high chance of missing them, and you have to avoid catching poison eels too. I screwed up so many times on this challenge, it's not even funny. And the zoomer was a poor addition in my opinion. The controls for it was just too stiff, and you can easily bump into walls and slow down. Even worse, you have to do a race with some lurkers on the zoomer to continue. This is why I hate racing challenges in platformers, because most of them are just too annoying to do, and this was no exception. But other than that, most of the game is pretty much flawless. Final verdict, I'll be honest, this is my favourite Jak and Daxter game in the series. Don't get me wrong, the sequels were awesome and badass as hell, but to me personally, the first game in the series was more of a traditional 3D platformer. This is definitely one of the best 3D platformers out there, with its addicting gameplay, breathtaking levels, warm soundtrack, and memorable characters. Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy is a 3D platformer you need to get if you're a 3D platformer fan. With my new rating system, I scored Jak and Daxter a bag of Chilli Heatwave Doritos, meaning awesome game, worth playing. If you enjoyed this review, feel free to leave a comment, and this has been Zookstar1000 aka Mark. See you next time.